Well, I guess Microsoft is at it again. It looks like they're disabling all of the workarounds to install Windows 11 without a Microsoft account. I see many people just throwing up their hands and giving up, but I'm sorry, I'm not giving up. So today, I'm going to show you a new way to do it. Well, it's actually the old way, but in a new way, if that makes any sense. Either way, stay tuned. So yeah, Microsoft is trying to shove their accounts down our throat again by forcing us to use a Microsoft account to install Windows 11. This actually isn't an issue with the released version of 25H2, at least not yet, but it's part of the Windows beta, so it will likely be part of the Windows install at some point in the near future. What they're doing essentially is just making all the workarounds that we currently use not work anymore. But I'm not really okay with that, so I'm going to show you how to do it anyway. But first, I got to pay some bills, so check out today's sponsor. Are you still running Windows 11 unactivated because the license just costs too much? Then you should check out today's sponsor, BypassNRO, where you can get a valid Windows 11 license for around $20. Stop dealing with that stupid watermark and actually be able to change your desktop background with a valid license for Windows 11. Just go to the link in the description below and pick up a valid Windows 11 license key. During checkout, use the code CYBERCPU for a 25% discount. Once you have your key, go to your activation settings in Windows 11 and click the link that says Change Product Key. Enter the product key you just purchased and hit Activate. Now you don't have to deal with that stupid watermark. And check out the description for deals on not just Windows, but Office too. Now, on with the video. So what Microsoft is claiming is that because people are using workarounds to get around setting up a Microsoft account, they're not completing the out-of-box experience. They claim this is leaving Windows 11 systems not fully set up. And you know what? My response to this is that you shouldn't have disabled BypassNRO to begin with, because at least with that workaround, we were able to finish the out-of-box experience. Because rather, I think this is just an excuse that Microsoft is using to force more people into using Microsoft accounts. Now, if you don't want to deal with any of this, then just create a Microsoft account and then convert it to a local account once you install Windows. But for me, that's just a deal breaker. Because my systems rarely get reloaded, but I set up customers all the time with Windows 11. And I don't want every single customer's Windows license to be tied to my Microsoft account. And I'm not going to go around collecting people's Microsoft account credentials in order to use their own accounts. Because to be quite honest with you, I have a lot of customers that don't even remember their login password for Windows. Seriously, not a joke. The amount of headaches that I would have to deal with in order to get everyone's Microsoft account credentials would just screw up my entire workflow. So instead, I use workarounds to create a local account, and if the customer wants to set up a Microsoft account, then they're free to do so. The fact is, the majority of Windows users never set up Windows in the first place. So Microsoft disabling these workarounds are primarily targeted at people who wouldn't be using Microsoft accounts anyway. So even if they force us to create one during the setup, we're still going to convert it to a local account anyway. So ultimately, the part that really ticks me off about this is that Microsoft is doing this for the sole purpose of just wasting our time. It's not going to benefit them at all or cause more people to use Microsoft accounts. But either way, I digress. There's a very simple way around this, but unfortunately, it's not as simple as the ways we had before. But let's jump on the system and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so here we are in Windows 11. I'm going to be doing all of this from a virtual machine just so we can reset it and make it a little bit easier, but this will work on bare metal exactly the same as it works on a virtual machine. So let's go ahead and fire it up real quick just by hitting start. And this will be the same as if you just hitting the power button on your own computer. And it'll take it a second to boot up, but it shouldn't take too long. I'll skip to where we're in Windows setup. Okay, so here we are in the out-of-box experience. This is the last portion of Windows setup. This is where it'll essentially make you start a Microsoft account. So what we're gonna do is we're not gonna go through any of this garbage right here. All we're gonna do is we're gonna start out by hitting Shift F10 to open up our command prompt. Now, this is where things get completely different than the way they were before, because what we're gonna do is fire up regedit. And then from here, we're going to go to local machine. Then we're going to go to software. And then from software, you want to go down to Microsoft. And then from Microsoft, we want to scroll all the way down to Windows. And this is all going to be in alphabetical order. So we're going to go down to Windows. And then we're going to go to CurrentVersion, which is right here. And then we want to go into OBDE, or OOBE rather. So we're going to scroll down to OOBE right here. And then we want to create a D-word 32-bit value. And this is going to be called BypassNRO. You might recognize the name because that was the original workaround that we used to have. We're going to double click on that. We're going to change the setting to 1. We're going to go ahead and hit OK. And then from here, once you set that, you can go ahead and close this. And then we're going to type in shutdown. Spell it right here, actually. Shutdown, space, /R, space, /T, space, 0. And this will just mean it'll shut down immediately. And it's going to take a second for it to shut down, but while it's shutting down, this would be the time to go ahead and disconnect your Ethernet adapter. I did mine through software because I'm using a virtual machine, but on your system, you're going to have to reach around the back and actually unplug your Ethernet cable. And then at this point, it's going to boot back up into the out-of-box experience. Okay, so from here, we're going to pick our country and region, hit yes. And then our keyboard, hit yes. And then go ahead and hit skip for a second keyboard method. And then at here, it freaks out because you don't have internet because remember, I told you to unplug the internet. So all you got to do is just click I don't have internet. And it'll wait a second and it'll give you the option to start a local account and then hit next. Go ahead and skip the password. And see, it's pretty easy. At that point, you can go ahead and uncheck all of your diagnostic data. I usually uncheck all of these, but do whatever you want. And at this point, it should go ahead and create a regular local account for you. Now, back when Microsoft disabled the BypassNRO workaround, I knew that this was a possibility, and I was planning on doing a video on this method. The only reason I never did is because the local-only workaround came out. That was way easier. However, with that said, I think this workaround will actually last for a while because when Microsoft disabled the BypassNRO workaround, they just removed the script that made this registry change right here. They didn't disable the BypassNRO completely. So ultimately, they left this workaround open for a reason. I believe whatever that reason is makes it difficult for Microsoft to remove it completely. Otherwise, they would have removed it completely when they removed the script in the first place. But editing the registry during setup is kind of annoying. So we should probably just make a script like the one Microsoft disabled to begin with. So let's jump back on the system and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so as you can see, we are back into Windows here and my Ethernet is still disabled, but that's not gonna matter because we need to go ahead and stop this. We're gonna go ahead and power off the machine. And then I'm gonna go ahead and jump back to my other snapshot right here so we can set the system back to where it was before we went through all that work just now. So the first thing that we want to do here is go ahead and open up Notepad. So go ahead and open up your Notepad app and we're going to make a script real quick. And this is going to be a fairly simple script here. All we got to start with is echo off. And if you've ever written bat scripts before, you always start them with that so it doesn't actually show each command, but it doesn't really matter. That's just an optional command you can put in there. And then the next line that you want to put in is going to be reg add HKLM /software / rather Microsoft /Windows /CurrentVersion /OOBE, then a space /V, a space BypassNRO, a space, then a /T. Then we want to do a space reg _ D-word, another space /D, space 1, space /F. I know that's a big mouthful, but what this will do is it will do that registry edit that we just did, and it'll do it straight from the command prompt. So you don't have to open the registry and go through all that process right there. I'll go ahead and leave this in the description below so you can just copy and paste it if you want, so you don't have to type it all out. And it'll all be on the screen also right here. And for whatever reason, if I forget to put this in the description, just yell at me and I'll get it done. And then the next thing you want to put in here is shutdown space /R space /T space 0. And this is exactly like the command that we just ran earlier in order to restart the system for BypassNRO to take effect. Now, once you type all this out, then you go ahead and go up to File and hit Save As. Make sure you do Save As. It's really important. And then from there, you want to change Save As type to all files right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and jump onto my desktop here. And I'm just going to name this BypassNRO.cmd. Now you can name yours whatever you want. You can name it skip.cmd. You can name it fmicrosoft.cmd, whatever you want to do. Either way, just remember what it's named because you'll need that later. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save right here, and it'll save it right here on our desktop. Now, once you have it saved, you're going to need a Windows USB drive. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that in the computer right now. And then from here, we're open up this PC and we're going to run over to our USB drive. So this is the install for Windows right here. So all you'll have to do is grab this little script right here and drop it into your USB drive, and that's it. So we're going to go ahead and close this. We're going to fire our virtual machine back up again, and we're going to get it back into OOBE like it was before. And just like before, it's going to take a second for this to launch, but go ahead and just let it launch, and I'll skip to the point to once it's finally running. Okay, so here we are in the out-of-box experience. Go ahead and at this point, just like before, you don't even have to click anything. Just hit Shift F10. Now from here, the only addition that you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to know which drive letter your USB drive is on. Most of the time, it's usually gonna be D. So we're gonna go ahead and click on that, click D. And then from here, as you can see, this is the setup drive, and there's the BypassNRO script that we just created. So from here, all we gotta do is hit BypassNRO and hit enter, and it'll go ahead and restart the system. Because all it's doing is it's running all the commands that we just told it to run. And then once it restarts into the out-of-box experience, I'll show you what it does next. Okay, so here we are back in the out-of-box experience, and the one thing that I forgot to say just a second ago is that you still have to disconnect your Ethernet adapter. That's really, really important. But once you disconnect it, we're gonna go ahead and go through the process right here. We're gonna pick our keyboard and our language, we're gonna skip our keyboard layout, and boom, there we are with no internet connection. All you gotta do is click I don't have internet, and give it a second, and it'll give you the local account login, just like it did before. So you go ahead and type your name, your password, and go through the rest of the process like normal. And then it should give you a local account in Windows 11. So now that with this script, you can just throw it on your thumb drive and run it whenever you install Windows. The best part about this is whenever you create a new version of your thumb drive, just throw the same script onto the drive and you won't have to recreate it every time. Luckily though, the current ISO for Windows 11 25H2 still works with the local only method, which I personally prefer, but at some point in time that will stop working and you'll need to use this method instead. Hopefully though, Microsoft won't disable this workaround before that day comes. But if they do, there's always ways we can do it. It's just gonna have to find another one. In fact, there's one method that still works to automate the entire process of installing Windows 11. If you'd like to check that out, then I did a video on it right here. However, that video is a little older and I may be redoing that one soon. But in the meantime, it still works. But as always, you guys have a great day.